Hi there, Dr. Debi here. Welcome to another dose of Dr. Debi as part of the From Betrayal to Breakthrough podcast. So today I want to talk about the difference between evolutionary and revolutionary. What do I mean? Years ago, I had a client who I was pushing pretty hard. I mean, that's why they hire me. She was a health client and wanted to look a certain way and feel a certain way. So I was really pushing her. And just thinking that that's what she wanted. And she stops me one day and she said, Debi, my changes need to be evolutionary, not revolutionary. And it stopped me in my tracks. And what she meant was, I didn't quite understand what she meant back then, but what she meant was my changes need to be so slow and gradual that I barely notice I'm making them. But because of that, I'll sustain those changes and keep moving forward versus throwing me in the deep end and I have to figure it out. And I get it. So change happens whether you take the evolutionary approach or the revolutionary approach. But I want to talk today about finding out which one are you? Which one resonates best with you? So if you find that you've been wanting to make all of these changes physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, whatever it is, and then you're sabotaging yourself, I want you to take a look and think, is it possible that my approach has been the wrong one for me, that I need an evolutionary approach and I'm giving myself a revolutionary approach, or I'm giving myself a revolutionary approach and I really would be best served with an evolutionary approach. So let me give you examples of both. The first thing that comes to mind is, and most of you know it, I have 4 kids, 25, 24, 21, and 19. And I have one of my daughters who happens to do really well with the revolutionary approach. And she would rather not make any changes and then throw herself in the deep end and figure it out, right? It's like throw yourself in the deep end of the pool, figure out how to swim versus let me see if I can take a little swimming lesson. Let me see if I can learn something. Let me see if I can read a book about swimming. Let me just do anything that can bring me closer to it. Nope, she'd rather not. Dive right in. And she's done this so many times and has found that for her, it's a brilliant approach. And I'll never forget. She's done this many times. And I may have even shared this on one of the episodes where she just came to me one day and said, Mom, I need to go to China for my, for a semester. And I've already figured it out. And it's 10 credits and it's actually less expensive than school and this and that and the other thing. And it sounded reasonable. And knowing who she was, I was like, well, okay, maybe she knows. She knows something that I don't know. And okay, I'll go along with it. And so she does this. And then she calls up when she's there after the first couple of days. Oh my gosh, what did I do? This is crazy. I don't speak the language. I'm a vegetarian. I don't know what to eat. I can't order anything. Oh, I made the biggest mistake. Oh no. every parent's nightmare, right? Well, then a couple of days later, she calls back. Oh, Mom, this is the greatest. It's the best thing ever. It's so nice. There's a lady who cuts up my fruit for me and I know my way around. And it was the greatest thing ever. For her, the revolutionary approach was a good one. Now, there are other people, and I have so many people within the PBT Institute where they need to take an evolutionary approach. And for them, it could be something as simple as they just join the membership, they join the community, and that's it. We don't hear from them within the community. We don't see them within the community, but they're just dipping their toe in. And maybe they'll do a module of one of the programs. Maybe they'll just read some of the posts that we have on our forums, all of our different forums, different categories and topics. Maybe they'll just attend one of my classes, but they're just their audio's on, the video isn't on, whatever, right? And then they'll do that for a few weeks. And then all of a sudden, they may comment on one of the forum posts. They may post a comment after one of the classes. They may put the video on during one of our live classes. And what they're doing is getting a sense of comfort on their own time, on their own schedule. I mean, you can think of a million different examples in every topic where this approach can work for you. Now, some people need to see more of a dramatic change, and they need to take that revolutionary approach. And here's the thing too, with that revolutionary approach, a lot of people do that because they don't trust themselves. They don't trust that if they take the time, they'll see the results, and they may get bored. They may fall off track. They may not have the motivation to continue when the changes are so gradual. And that's totally okay. If that's you, that revolutionary approach may be a better one for you, right? Because think about it, when you do take that revolutionary approach, you are forced to change, right? If I bought you a ticket to some foreign country and you landed there, you would adapt very quickly, or you'd have to figure it out, because what's your choice, right? It's like learning a new language. You can learn it by studying it, by reading about it, but how much quicker do you learn it when you're immersed in the culture? You see? So that would be more of a revolutionary approach. But some people really feel much more comfortable with that evolutionary approach, where the changes are so slight, so small, so gradual, yet so consistent that over time, they don't really feel such a big change. It didn't create in their whole environment. It didn't create such a shakeup to everybody, everything, them included. So it was enough that they could include it within their daily routine, include it in their lifestyle, embrace it, get familiar with this new way to be until it becomes a habit that is slowly a part of them. There's no right or wrong here. The only thing that doesn't work is when you do nothing. So if there's any area of life, whether it's, you're talking about any area of health, whether it's anything having to do with your work, with your relationships, with trying something new, it's going to take doing something new, doing something different, feeling something different, thinking something different, right? You have to do something differently to create a different result. So which approach feels like a better fit for you? So here's what I recommend. Take a look at all the areas of your life, see what needs tweaking. Now, this is part of the From Betrayal to Breakthrough podcast. So good chance you're healing from a betrayal, or you were lied to, you were deceived in some way, you were betrayed, whatever it was. Take a look at how you've been moving through that. When it comes to change, you are only moving in one of two ways. You are only every single day, by every single thought, behavior, action you have, you are moving further or closer to whatever it is you want. So which way are your thoughts, behaviors, actions, habits taking you? Are you taking that revolutionary approach, which is taking you so much closer to what you want quickly, and then you quickly have to catch up to, let's say your body's there, but your mind isn't, your emotions aren't, and you have to catch up quickly? Or are you taking that evolutionary approach, which is so gradual, so slow, so gentle, but it feels better. It's not as chaotic. It's not that shock of, oh my gosh, here I am in this foreign land. What the heck do I do? It's a more gradual approach for you. There is no right or wrong. It's only knowing who you are and knowing what the best fit is. But if you're interested in any type of change, physical, mental, emotional, whatever it is, it's going to take doing something differently. So here's what I recommend. Take a look at what you're looking to change: body, mind, life, lifestyle, relationships, finances, any topic. And then take a look and say, which would be a better approach for me based on who I am, what I need? If I don't do well with that evolutionary approach because I fall off track, I lose interest, I don't see success quickly enough, maybe the revolutionary approach is for you. Think about it though. Take a look at if you've taken that revolutionary approach at some point and it freaked you out, and so you sabotaged yourself because you couldn't handle that drastic of a change. That's not an approach for you, right? So take a look at the two options. There's the evolutionary approach, slow, gentle, gradual. There's the revolutionary approach, drastic and big. Which one's better for you? Hope that helps. And what I also suggest you do is, if you like the podcast, subscribe, rate, review, tell all your friends. And if a chapter of Trust Again, a free chapter just to get a sense of it serves, you can find that at the PBT, as in post-betrayal transformation, thepbtinstitute.com/free gift. Get a chapter. If you know you want the whole book, go for it. And you'll find that you can get it at Amazon, but don't do that. Get it from me first, because this way you come back, not only do you get it from Amazon, but you come back and you get all kinds of bonuses from me. So you could find that at thepbtinstitute.com/trust again. Don't stay stuck. Whether it's the evolutionary or the revolutionary, make those changes to make you look, feel, and live your best. I'll see you next time. Bye.